Welcome back. So, it is that time of year where, especially in the northern part of the states, we get stir crazy and restless, and we start dreaming of warm temps and springtime. So, this is the time that I start my seeds. Yes, it is January, and when you look at seed packets, most of them will say start seeds indoors 6 to 8 weeks before you can plant them out. Now, our average final frost is May 15th. So I don't plant any what's the word I'm looking for? The hardy crops, like your corn and your spinach and stuff, we plant May 1st. We do a Beltane celebration and plant. But our sensitive ones, like tomatoes, peppers, squash, things like that, we wait until after the 15th. I have learned the hard way, and that's why I don't. No matter how nice it is before May 15th, we don't plant out. But starting seeds indoors is super easy. It is super cheap. It's not expensive at all. Pardon me. When we first got started, I used seeds from the dollar store. I got everything from the dollar store. And you can be a purist and say, oh, well, but those seeds are no good for you. They're hybrids and they're GMOs. And well, yes, they're not going to be your organic certified or non-GMO certified. But you know what? You have to start somewhere. And if that's all you can afford, or that's your only place to access it, then do it. It is more important to have the knowledge and the know-how on how to grow these plants to feed yourself and your family than it is to be a purist and be snobby about it. So we are starting seeds, and I wanted to show you how I do it. So let's go. Yay. Okay, so here is a 72 cell seed dome. It is not essential, okay, but it was only $8, and you can even find these at the dollar store for a little bit cheaper, probably $6 or $7. It's just super convenient. So if you have the money, why not? But like I said, it is not essential to have a seed dome. You could do all of this without it. Like I said, it's pretty inexpensive, so I went ahead and got it. We don't have a lot of space, so this condenses the space needed to get seeds started. And what's nice is they come with these pods, these soil pods. So I'll have to add more water, and it'll expand to its fullest height, and then I'll plant my seeds in each of these pods. Now, my first year, I followed the directions on the seed packet, and it said 2 to 3 seeds per pod. Well, guess what? I ended up with almost 100% germination rate, and then because I couldn't just pluck them out and toss them, because to me that's like throwing away food, I ended up separating each and every one of them. So now, to start my seeds and germinate them, I actually do it this way. It's just a damp paper towel that I put in a plastic baggie, and it creates its own kind of contained mini greenhouse. So the benefit of this is I am super impatient, and my first couple years I would uncover my seeds to see if they were germinating yet. So I do it this way now. So this way, one, I know what my germination rate is of the seeds, and that'll give me a good idea, especially if you start, gosh, this is hard to do with one hand, especially if you buy seeds from a new company. You know, you can get an idea of like, oh, what's their germination rate, and then what the success rate is after that. Oh my God, look at those beauties. These are my Gilbert paste tomatoes. They are gigantic, meaty beauties, and I absolutely love them. So we use Gilbert paste. But look at that. It's beautiful. So now I can see my germination rate is, let's see, all but one has germinated. So almost 100% germination. Oh, no. 2, 3. So I have room for 45 tomato plants, and I always try to germinate a few extra because you will have a few that don't germinate. So almost 100%. So why do we start our seeds so early? I'm sure you're wondering. Part of it is a lack of patience. The other reason is, especially when it comes to peppers, hot peppers. The hotter the pepper, the longer they take to germinate, the longer they take to grow, and the longer they take to reach ripeness. So as with any pepper, you can pick them green, you can let them ripen to whatever color they ripen to. But also this year, I'm going to take a few and work a little experiment with them. So I'll share that as we get along. But I wanted to drop a few hints for you too. You don't have to worry about feeding your plants or supplementing nutrients until you have true leaves. Plants have enough stored nutrition within the seed to get them to the stage past the seed leaves. You'll notice as your seeds sprout, they have what's called seed leaves, and they all look quite similar to one another, whether it's peppers or tomatoes. And then when that first set of true leaves grows and comes in, then you'll notice a difference between your sprouts. So after you have that first set of true leaves, that's when you have to start thinking about supplementing nutrition for your sprouts. That can be in the form of compost, store-bought plant food, compost tea, all kinds of things. So if you don't have, or supplemented soils that you could buy at the store. So those are all options that you can take. So keep that in mind if you are going to start them quite early, the way we do. Do have a plan to be able to feed your plants the nutrients they need. My favorite type of plant food is one that's water soluble. So it's easy just to mix up a bunch in your water, and then water your seedlings, water your plants as they need it. And then when you run out of that water, you can add some more, and vice versa. So keep that in mind. I hope you guys have a wonderful growing season, and if you're in a place where you don't have snow on the ground and you are able to plant, I'm jealous.